ओके हेलो एवरीवन। आज हम लोग सीखेंगे कि यूनिट सेटअप डायमेंशन फाइल कैसे सेट करते हैं और कुछ जनरल नोट्स के बारे में जानेंगे कि हम लोग उसको कैसे पढ़ेंगे, क्या क्या हमारे लिए इसमें इम्पोर्टेंट होगा। थोड़ी थोड़ी बातें सीखेंगे, जो चीज़ें लिखी रहती हैं उसको थोड़ा थोड़ा समझने की कोशिश करेंगे और फिर हम लोग उस पर प्रोसीड करेंगे। तो समझते हैं, जैसे जनरल नोट में हम लोग जो भी ड्राइंग वगैरह बनाते हैं, ड्राइंग्स बनाते हैं, तो या तो आर्किटेक्चरल होगा या स्ट्रक्चरल होगा या फिर कैसा भी होगा। तो सिविल इंजीनियर के लिए जो हम लोग जनरल नोट प्रोवाइड करते हैं, वो सारे डायमेंशंस और जो भी चीज़ें होती है रूल्स, उसको लिखा जाता है साइड में। तो वो जनरल नोट बना करके इस तरह से लिखा जाता है कि किसी भी पढ़ने वाले को समझ में आए कैसे कैसे एक्चुअली में काम होता है। मतलब these general notes are provided for individual to understand how this drawing has been given and how it will work on the site. So let's start. The first general note will be all the dimensions are in mm. Okay, don't pay attention to this. So we are saying that all the dimensions are in mm. This drawing should be read in conjunction with the relevant architectural, okay, engineering drawings, and any discipline noted should be immediately be brought to the notice. That means this drawing should be read with the conjunction with the relevant architectural, and this is a structural drawing general note. In that, whatever the architectural part of this structural drawing will be given to you, you have to read this general note with the architectural one for a better understanding over the drawings, like where the column is, where the footing is, how the dimensions of this column and footing is being placed in the plan, and everything that will be provided in the architectural drawing, or we can say it as an engineering drawing. In case of any disciplinary in dimension, the dimension of the architectural drawing prevails. Means, is there any confusion in the architectural or in the structural drawing? So architectural will be considered and the structural will be ignored. Discrepancy. Now all main walls are of bricks. Over here walls have been made of the bricks. This is what it is informing us. The next information is like clear cover to all main reinforcement bars shall be for slab. Remember these values. This is very much important while doing the design and all. We should consider these values, and it is the sheet produced after the design. So you will be taking the values directly into whatever the software you will be designing in STAAD, ETABS, or so many softwares for designing. So clear cover for the main reinforcement to all main reinforcement bar shall be. For the slab it should be 20 mm, for the columns it should be 50 mm, beams it should be 30 mm, and the foundation it should be 75 mm. And these are the values, like according to the situation they have taken. So it can, for a small residential building it will reduce also. So we will see for the code book what are the values that it is given in the code book IS 456, and even while doing the detailing of it. So yes, even in this clear cover and all, you should remember for the values that is given to you to read in the structural drawing. Now all the steel reinforcement shall be of high yield strength deformed bars. HYSD bars will be used, are used over here. So to IS 1786 1985 with minimum yield stress, 0.2 proof stress and 500 Newton per square millimeter. Grade is FE 500. Now reinforcement cement concrete RCC shall be design mix M25 corresponding to 456-2000 for foundation, plinth beam and column. So this is the RCC part, and the M25 grade has been used even for the foundation, plinth beam and the column. All these design members. Now center of footing and center of the column shall be kept same. That is it. It is an concentric loading. Then the reinforcement in short span shall be placed in bottom layers of the slab. See what it is writing over here. Slab should not be provided within a joint, within a distance of 2D from the joint face, within a distance of 1/4. These all rules are from like a code book, and this will be very helpful if you are doing the bar bending schedule that time. It will be really helpful, lap joint and all. Okay, lap length, development length for main reinforcement bars as per IS 456-2000 shall be 49 times dia for M25. So all these things are being given to you for to you to read and understand what else you can understand, what else you can infer from all these general notes to be considered. Now the foundation has been designed for SBC. Now this value of SBC is ton per square meter at the 22 meter below natural ground level. At any disciplinary should be brought to the notice to if there is any change. So it is 20 ton per square meter, tons it is the value. So this all been taken by the report of the geotechnical, from there it has been taken. So like that, likewise you have to also understand these values. Okay, now let's go with the setting up of the units and the dimension style. Then press U and enter. Okay, if you are working as an architect and if you want to produce the results in feet and inches, then what you have to do is you have to, in decimal part, you have to select from your architectural, and precision you can take any other precision as whatever you want. So generally 0 feet 1 by 4 inches or 0 feet 1 by 2 inches, approximately whatever you can choose from here. And here from in this you have to use the minimum unit considerations. For here I will select inches. Okay, over here, and then the type, if you are choosing engineering, then it should be precision 0 feet 0.0 inches. And then in this, like, there are a lot of other precision also you can use for your requirement, according to your requirement, and it should be in inches. Then if you are working in the structural drawing, it should be provided in mm for a better field work. So for that you can choose decimal, and then from here you can choose your precision 0.00 or whatever you want from here. From here you can choose the millimeter. So whichever dimension style you will be using, it is up to you how you do that. Next you have to just click OK after doing this. Now after setting up the units, setting up the dimension style is very important. So press just D enter. Before doing the dimension style, you can go with this annotate tab, and here you can see text. So click on this to open the text style. Okay, I'll show it again. I will go in this annotate tab, and this multi-line text, here text option is there. Just click on this down arrow to open the text style. After doing this text style, you can choose your whatever the font name you want to choose. So first of all you have to click on new and give one name, such as my text style, anything you want to give. Okay, then choose the font name, like it should be Times New Roman, always Times New Roman. Font style should be regular, and the height, now this is like on the paper size, whatever the size you are giving, like it should be visible while taking the print out of that paper. So here I am actually keeping it as 150 mm the text height. So 150 mm is should be the text height that I am keeping over here. Okay, so you can it can range from 120 mm to 200 mm. It is up to you, whatever the value you can choose. It's up to you. So take the print out and just check it. If it is okay, then use that value. If not, then you can decrease, but it should lie in the range of 120 to 200 or even 100 to 200 mm. This is in mm. I'm working in decimal part. So yes, I will go with this something like 150. So I'll type okay, that will be my 150. I will select this text style, set current, and then I will close this one. Now this is what my text style has been set. Now I will do the D enter dimension style, and I will create one new dimension style. I will type it as dim style. Okay, and I'll click on this continue. Now here a setup box will open. From here you can start with first of all alternate units. Alternate units for you it is not required now. When we will work on getting a project up to a building, like for example, if I want to do a project in of a building, like I need to design, there I will discuss about this alternate units. It is very important if you are working and if you want to get the result like in within seconds for that. Then the primary units, and for the primary units we will select it as decimal as we have done there in the units, basic unit setup, and the precision I'll keep it as 0.0. okay, and rest all I'm going to keep the same. Decimal separation not should be comma, change it as in rather in period it should be a dot, so it will be good. And rest is all I'm going to keep it as it is. Then I'll click on this fit, and this fit use the overall scale of 1, no need to do any other changes. But remember this over dimension line with leader, check on this, just you should keep focus that it should be on, this option should be on. And then go for the text. In that text you can select the text style that you have already set in the text style format. Then you can give the text color, fit color, and the text height already set, align with the dimension line. Then you can go with the symbols and arrows. Whatever the arrow type you want to use from here, you can choose, and you can select from here. So first arrow, second arrow, and the leader. The leader, we'll discuss that later. Leader, it's not now important for you. So this is the first one and the second one. Like this is the first one and this is the second one over here. This is the first one, this is the second one. Likewise it is. And the arrow size you can choose as of the text size that you have given. It is very much suitable. The text will be visible in the same way. Arrow size also will be visible for the text. And this you have to click OK. And click on this dim style, and then you have to click on set current and then close it. So now you are all ready to go with the drawing, for making the drawing of the structure. So these are the basic settings you must understand before going into that, and even you should understand all these general notes before doing this. So you can make a note of it by writing it in a copy. All these 12 notes are very much important if you are making it necessary. And even for a small building, we don't consider those 12 notes also. So we'll try to cover this clear cover part, this second point mainly, 1, 2, 5, point number 5, and you can add this to that's it. You can use these 3 to 4 points, and even the reinforcement detailing for M25, and this should be in 1 point itself. So 6, 7 should be 1 point. So all these things like 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, and 6, 7 should be in 1 point. So 4 points or 5 points you can use for your structural drawing. Okay, well, thank you so much for being the part. We'll see about this in the next class, like how to proceed with the next one. Okay, so next class will be of the footing layout. See you by next class in the next